Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Hola, this is Jenny from Voces en Accion, and I'm going to talk to you guys about one of our sponsors, First Financial Bank. If you wish to purchase your own home, but you don't have a Social Security number, First Financial Bank can help you. Their ITIN home loan program can be a perfect option for you. They are here to help you. You can reach them at 936-439-1800. That number again is 936-439-1800. The American dream is at your reach at First Financial Bank. First Financial Bank is an equal housing lender, member of FDIC. Hola, les habla Jenny de Voces en Acción. Estoy aquí para hablar sobre un patrocinador de nosotros, First Financial Bank. El préstamo hipotecario ITIN puede ser una opción excelente para usted. Están a sus órdenes llamando al 936-439-1800. Repito, el número es 936-439-1800 y descubra cómo le pueden ayudar. El sueño americano está a su alcance en First Financial Bank. Prestamista de vivienda equitativa, miembro FDIC.
A continuación, Voces en Acción, el programa comunitario que informa a la comunidad latina. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. Voices in Action, the truth in action. Now, con ustedes, Jenny Ibarra.
Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, donde quiera que usted esté. Jenny Rosales nuevamente, su anfitriona para Voces en Acción, trabajando arduamente para poder comunicarme con ustedes y darles las informaciones a nivel mundial, ya porque realmente ya se está extendiendo todo el trabajo mío se está extendiendo a nivel nacional e internacional, y quiero que sepan que es un agrado para mí poderles proveer información correcta, animada, cosas que ustedes puedan divertirse y puedan gozar y puedan aprender. Lo principal es la educación completa. Thank you so much for being with us one more time. Jenny Rosales, Voces en Acción, your host. And I am trying to, like I told you all the time, bring you the latest information about the things that are going around. And this time I'm going to go internationally. I'm trying to do everything so that you have a little bit of taste of things that people don't usually show you, and at the same time it'll be more appealing for you to continue being with us on the show. Voces en Acción is catered to everybody and anybody that is listening to me, whether it's outside or inside of the United States. Today I would like to thank, of course, first of all, First Financial Bank for being with us. They've been with us since 1989, and they're here to stay. They've been giving us financial advice and guidance since then. They're in every corner in Montgomery. At the same time, the people that work for First Financial Bank are amazing. They're good people. They're trustable people. They have your better. They're like a police officer will say, they have your back. They're covering your six, okay? So that means you're able to contact them for any needs, whether it's opening a basic checking account, or if your dream of having a house is needing or getting a mortgage, you can talk to them. If you have a Social Security or not, that is out of the question. Right now, they're working with people without Social Securities that have an ITIN number, and you can contact Miss Susanna Woods. Her phone number is 936-439-1800, 936-439-1800. She will be able to guide you through her. She's the Vice President of Finance, and she will be able to guide you and give you the correct information about your needs and, about the loans in regards to purchasing and having your dream come true of owning a house here in the United States. Thank you, First Financial Bank. Quiero primero que todo dar las gracias a First Financial Bank, que ha estado con nosotros desde 1989 y que continúan en la comunidad de Montgomery County, en el área de Texas, tratando de darnos al servicio todas las cosas que nosotros necesitamos. Desde cómo abrir una cuenta de chequera o una cuenta de ahorros, cómo ayudarlos a ustedes para planear la planificación de su retiro o al mismo tiempo ayudarlos con comprar una casa. Si usted no tiene un seguro social, puede calificar con ellos mediante el programa de ITIN number o el número de ITN, que es el número de taxes de los Estados Unidos que se le da a usted cuando llena sus impuestos. Ellos necesitan nada más esa información y hablarían con usted al respecto y usted puede calificar hasta para $400,000 con la prueba de ellos. Llame a la señora Susie Woods al 936-439-1800, 936-439-1800 y ella va a poder ayudarle. Lo mismo el grupo de ellos. Son personas muy, muy accesibles. El señor Fernando habla español también. Hay muchas personas que trabajan, que hablan español, las cuales usted puede hablar con ellos, abrir sus cuentas de banco, les ayudan con todo y al mismo tiempo se siente como si estuviera en su propia casa. First Financial Bank está al alcance de sus sueños. Por favor, llámelos. 936-439-1800. Gracias. Hoy día vamos a tomar un poquito de tiempo para hablar sobre las cosas que Voces en Acción está haciendo, pero vamos a hablar hoy día sobre uno de los primeros países que voy a traer y vamos a dialogar sobre el país al cual para mí es muy personal porque yo soy de ese lugar. Podemos hablar sobre Panamá. Today, I'm going to go ahead and bring to the show a little bit of different type of environment. I'm from Panama, and I'm going to talk about Panama. Why? Because I am going to be out of the country for a couple of weeks, and I'm heading home, and I'm going to go and see my parents. So I am so excited to bring that. But I'm going to go ahead and tape a show down in Panama, so you guys are able to understand what is Panama, how is Panama, what is it that you understand about it, and if you want to visit one day, you're able to do it. I'm going to go ahead and ask our producer to go ahead and put the website on so you guys can see some of the things that are in Panama. But I want to go ahead and talk about facts that people don't know about Panama. And then, people know about Central America, but they don't know history about it. They don't know how it became about it. And I'm very, very big about educating people. If I'm going to travel somewhere, I want to know where is that person, what is that place, how it was born, that place, how that place came to what it is, what are the main attractions of that place. And at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm in a secure place, that the environment, what type of currency are they using, the environment, if they have a health system, how's the health system, or if they, what type of food am I going to eat, or what is it that I'm expecting. I'm going to just give you the first 11 things that you should know by now about Panama. The first one is that this is the only place that the own city, has a rainforest in the city. That means there's a rainforest in the same capital city. Panama is known by the only capital city in the world that has a rainforest within the limits. And you can hike through it, through the Parque Natural Metropolitano, and there's trails and there's lengthy trails and there's everything that you can see. It's amazing. Okay, that we're talking about in the same city. You have that doesn't happen anywhere in the world. So just to let you know, if you're traveling from the United States to Panama, you don't have to get currency exchange. Basically, it's dollar to dollar. And I'm going to be honest with you, a dollar is a dollar over there. The balboas are not a currency anymore. There's only what they call a coin, and the coin is like a quarter size, a little bit of a quarter size, and it has a gold thing in the circle, and it has on one side the logos of the Panama flag or whatever it is on that coin, and that's value for a dollar. So $1 to that. But if you see paper currency, the balboa has not been in currency actively since 1904, that Panama became a part of the United States as a Commonwealth. And that's something that we're going to talk in later on. The other thing is that The figures of the populations are very crazy. Panama has a total of, eventually, and it says, I'm going to update it. Over here in this one says that it was 3 million, 0.6. Eventually, we're expecting that by 2030, the census that they're expecting by 2030 is going to be 4,842,000 people living in Panama, which is like right now around 3 million basically population right now. So Panama has a lot of space and little people. It's not like El Salvador. El Salvador only in the capital city has like 7 million. We don't, or Mexico that only in the capital city have more than 20 million. So that doesn't happen. In Panama, the whole country itself has 4 million. And in Panama, they used to say, I know everybody says that Panamanian women are lazy. They don't like to have babies. So basically, that's what they usually people talk about. We're very Americanized. Yes, we are very Americanized. But we kind of like are more into intellectual things and learning and studying. So having a household of 2 kids is very normal in Panama. The other thing you want to know about Panama is that the sunrise and the set is over in 2 different oceans. That means one night it will take care of the sunrise, and the sunset can be on the other ocean. So you never know where it's gonna be, and that's the only city in the world that you're able to see that. You can go into one area and see the sunset, and then travel an hour away and you see the sunrise. So either or. You can do that, and that's amazing. The other thing is that it is the home of the oldest railroad operating in the world. So basically, it was constructed by a total of, it was the construction of 1904, a little bit after 1904, and a total of 1,200 people died by the construction of the Panama Canal, of the railroad. And it's functional right now. It transports people from Panama City all the way to Colón, which is about an hour, almost hour and a half on the railroad. And then it has the other thing is it has 2 Independence Days. We got 2 Independence Days. We celebrated in November 2 Independence Days. The first one is on the 4th of November, and eventually it was 1821. And the independence was from Spain. And now that wasn't on the 4th, that was on the 28th of November. And then the other one took place in Panama when we independence from Colombia in 1903. So that was 1903, that was on the 4th of November, and Spain was on the 28th of November on 1821. So we celebrate the whole month of November. Everybody's off. Basically, people don't work in November. And, of course, then after that, we celebrate December. And December, there's a lot of issues, a lot of days off as well. And we love it because it's like, people are working through the year, but those 2 months are very off. The other one is that Panama has one of the 7 wonders of the world. Yes, the Panama Canal is the modern wonder. And it was built by the engineers in 1904. And it started working in 1914. The cargo Ancon was the first vessel that transferred the Panama Canal on the 15th of August of 1914, and that was by Richard Halliburton. So if you know about that, and then he eventually let me go back. Richard Halliburton was the first man that swam the canal in 1928, and he paid 36 cents. That's the lowest toll ever paid in the Panama Canal. And eventually, when you cross the Panama Canal, it's by weight. So right now, if you have currency, nothing is done until they weight the ship and the cargo. And then after that is done, you're not able to pay. There's no checks. There's no transaction. You have to wire the money before going to the port in Colón in order for you to go ahead and cross the Panama Canal. When you go when you get your ship all the way to the port in Colón, which is the Atlantic area, going towards the Pacific, you have to have already sent the wire 24 hours prior of the amount of the payment that you need to do to the account that is assigned to you. And in the top of that, whenever the Panama Canal you're in the Panama Canal already parked to go in, a Panamanian captain takes a hold of the ship, and the Panamanian captain is the one that is going to drive the ship for 8 hours until he gets to the Balboa port, which is going to be from Atlantic to Pacific. So those are things that you guys need to know. It is interesting. The other thing is that the flora and the fauna are spectacular. There's 10,000 different species that are native in Panama, including 1,400 variations of orchids, 678 ferns, and more than 1,500 types of trees. It's beautiful. You have to go, and I will go ahead and try to take pictures so you guys are allowed to see those. The other thing, we are not affected by hurricanes. Panama has never and rarely is affected for a tropical storm or hurricane. So we are like, yay, happy. We don't get, there's nothing that goes around like in Texas and other places that you get, hurricanes, and you're really active on that. The other thing, Panama has the second largest duty-free zone in the world. That means China is the first one, and I think Panama is the second one, and that means the Colón, which is the northern state of Panama, has this duty-free zone. That means you can go in, and there's a lot of people that buy and purchase in bulks, and they're not charged duty at all to do that. And the other thing is that Panama has a watery source of income. That means the Panama Canal is the main the main source of income of Panama. It's known as a republic. Our head of state is Mr. Laurentino Cortizo, and in May we're gonna go ahead and select another president. We're eventually like the United States. Every 4 years we have a new president. The form of government is multi-party as a republic, one legislative house, the assembly of 71 Congress people. The main language is Spanish, but yes, there's English, there's Farsi, there's several languages that you can find everywhere. You can, Islamic, a lot of it. There's Indian dialogues as well. The official name, of course, is República de Panamá, Panama Republic. The total area of square mileage is by square mileage is 75,320, and by miles is 29,000 miles total from one side to the other one. And basically, just expectancy, a bird is male 75 years, female 81. That means woman lasts more than a man. And I love that one because people are like trying to figure it out on that one. And in literacy, both of us are the same. Since at the last census, 96% for a percentage of men are highly educated, and then 95% of female. So right there, okay? Panama has dedicated most of the time of the creation to unify countries, to make sure that we're the center of the Caribbean, the center of the Americas. That means South America, Central America, and North America. Okay, so people usually say, well, you live in the United States, you live in North America. Yeah, North America, but in what part of North America? Because North America is Mexico, Canada, and the United States. People don't know geographically a lot of stuff. And then, of course, everybody that speaks Spanish goes south. Yeah, well, I'm going to be honest with you. After Mexico, Belize, they don't speak Spanish. They speak a Creole type of Spanish, English, and they're from the Guyana. So basically, they got independence from Guatemala, and that's another country. So right there's one that don't speak Spanish, and then we go down south and we pass Colombia and Venezuela, and you're gonna hit Brazil. Brazil, they don't speak Spanish; they speak Portuguese. The Guyanas that are right there in the top north of Venezuela, they speak English. Trinidad and Tobago some of the islands that are there, the majority all speak English. So basically, there's speaking English areas within from Mexico down all the way to South America, which is going to be ending up in Punta del Fuego, which is in Argentina. Panama was the Concord originally, but I'm going to go back to the history in Panama. Why? Because it's important for you guys to know that we speak Spanish for a reason. And people think, well, what type of Spanish do you speak? We mostly speak Castilian, the correct Spanish. There's not a great influence on our language, which is because we came from Colombia. Colombia and Panama was united, and Panama and Venezuela, Colombia were completely united until Simón Bolívar made the difference of independence of Panama, Ecuador, Colombia, and Venezuela, and we did the independence from Spain through the assistance of the division of that. We used to belong to Colombia, yes, but Colombia gave us the right by the Buró-Vanilla Treaty to go ahead and independence. Now I'm going to talk about Panama in Spanish, and I'm giving a lot of information. I'm going to do it close in Spanish right quick. Estoy dando la información sobre Panamá para los muchos que no saben dónde queda Panamá, qué es Panamá. Panamá está en Centroamérica, es una república de Panamá. El presidente de nosotros se llama Laurentino Cortizo. Panamá fue establecida desde 1904 fue que la primera independencia, la segunda independencia en 1821, la primera independencia de España. Lo celebramos en noviembre, usualmente el mes entero de noviembre nosotros estamos fuera, porque celebramos no solamente las primeras semanas, sino el 4, el 5, el 6, se celebra el 10, el grito de los santos, después Panamá está bien activa con los días patrios en noviembre, y en diciembre comenzamos también lo que es Navidad y el Día de las Madres, etcétera, etcétera. Todo eso se celebra durante esos tiempos. Quiero hablar de 11 cosas fascinantes que Panamá tiene que usted necesita saber. Una, en Panamá, en la capital, está la única ciudad del mundo donde tiene una foresta interna. ¿Ok? Panamá tiene su propia foresta interna y es el Parque Natural Metropolitano, donde la gente es larguísimo, usted puede ir a caminar, a correr, pero tiene muchos lugares que son bien largos y tienen dificultad de tránsito. Pero hay lo que es el Parque Natural Metropolitano en esa área. Usted, si sale de los Estados Unidos y va a Panamá, no necesita intercambiar el dinero. O sea, el dólar es dólar, de dólar a dólar. Básicamente, usted llega a Panamá, recibe dólares y usted puede cambiar y comprar en dólares. Hay personas que vienen de otros países que sí tienen que cambiar el dinero, pero nosotros, si usted tiene dólares con ustedes, con eso usted puede llegar a Panamá y comprar. La población de nosotros está roughly entre los 4 millones, casi llegando a los 4 millones. Todavía no hemos llegado. Se espera que para el año 2030 tendremos 4.800.000 personas viviendo en el área. Y quiero que sepa que Panamá tiene 75.000 a 79.000 pies. Creo que lo dije en Nantito y lo mencioné. Voy a decir exactamente de lugar a lugar. Sí, tiene 75.320 pies cuadrados. Estamos hablando de la esquina de Costa Rica a la esquina de Colombia, porque Panamá bifurca, Panamá del norte al sur es Atlántico, Pacífico, y de este a oeste sería Colombia y Costa Rica, que dividimos territorio con ellos. Se puede decir que Panamá es la única población el único lugar donde puede ir. En el Mar Caribe puede ver que es la puesta del sol, y en el Mar Atlántico usted puede ver la salida del sol. Así que ese es el único lugar del mundo donde usted puede ver eso. Tenemos ¿cómo se llama? El railroad, voy a decirlo en español, el tren, perdón, y pido disculpas que me trabé ahí, el tren de nosotros, que fue el más antiguo que todavía se opera en el mundo. Y tenemos 2 días de independencia, como lo mencioné anteriormente, el 4 de noviembre, que igualmente fue en 1903, la independencia de Colombia, y de España el 28 de noviembre de 1821. Es el país que tiene la séptima maravilla del mundo. La séptima maravilla del mundo, que es el canal de Panamá, ¿ok? Y que fue creado en 1904 y se fue comenzado a construir en 1904 y fue terminado, inaugurado en 1914. En 15 de ese año, de 1914, el primer barco fue el barco Ancón, se llamaba. Y el pago más bajo que se hizo por el peaje para poder pasar por el canal lo hizo el señor Richard Halliburton y pagó 36 centavos para cruzar el canal. Quiero que sepa que para poder cruzar el canal usted necesita, primero que todo, llamar, si usted tiene un barco, o sea, la cantidad, dueño de un barco grandes, y dependiendo de la tonelada del barco es como usted paga. Llegando a Colón o antes de llegar a Colón, usted tiene que hacer la conexión con el gobierno de Panamá en el área de la zona del canal. Automáticamente ellos van a hablar con ustedes y les van a decir que ustedes quieren pasar un barco de carga. Ellos le dicen qué toneladas tiene y cuánto se aproximan y automáticamente le dan el monto a pagar. El monto tiene que ser entregado a la autoridad de Panamá mediante wire, o sea, mediante banco a banco. No permiten que lo hagan en efectivo, cash, o lo hagan mediante, ¿cómo se llama? Cheque. Tiene que hacerse directamente por wire de transfer o transferencia bancaria y se pesa, es mediante el peso del barco y en cuáles las esclusas. Acuérdense que ahora tenemos también las esclusas de alto nivel, donde pasan muchos más barcos de mucho más toneladas de lo normal. Así que eso se encarga la autoridad portuaria. Cuando su barco llega a Colón, a la parte atlántico del norte de Panamá, y está parqueado allí, el barco tiene que ya haber pagado el peaje para entrar, y encima de eso, él toma el mando de la entrada de Gatún, de entrada del área del puerto de Colón hacia Balboa, toma el mando un capitán panameño. Un capitán panameño va a manejar su barco. Ese es parte del contrato. El capitán panameño tiene la experiencia de años de logística, de cómo cruzar el canal sin ningún tipo de problema, y pasa su barco completamente hasta llegar a Balboa, y ahí vuelve y se le entrega el mando al capitán original. Eso pasa con cada barco que entra, tanto del norte a sur o sur al norte. Estamos hablando de Atlántico a Pacífico y del Pacífico al Atlántico. Panamá está en áreas tan bonitas porque tenemos de todo. No está afectada por huracanes, por la conveniencia, gracias a Dios. La flora y la fauna son espectaculares. Tenemos más de 10,000 diferentes especies nativas, de las cuales 1,400 son variaciones de solamente orquídeas. Y los ferns, que son las otro tipo de flores o de tipaje de flores, pueden ser hasta de 678 y 1,500 tipos diferentes de árboles. Panamá es el segundo lugar en el mundo donde no se cobra por el peaje para comprar. No se compra la taxa o el impuesto para poder comprar cosas en la área, en lo que le llaman el duty free o el área de franca de libre de impuestos en el norte de Colón, donde donde realmente queda el área grande de comercio del puerto de entrada de Colón. Y la última cosa que quería decirles, Panamá tiene y genera la mayoría de su ganancia mediante el agua. O sea, básicamente que el ingreso del canal de Panamá es basado en la economía más fuerte que el país puede tener. Panamá fue usualmente establecida en 1510 por Rodrigo Bastidas, Juan de la Cosa y Vasco Núñez de Balboa. Vasco Núñez de Balboa lo llamó un istmo y automáticamente él fundó en Santa María la Antigua, que fue la primera y permanente creación de una colonización en el istmo. ¿Ok? por eso decimos que el Pacífico, nosotros decimos el área de Balboa, por el área, se le nombra casualmente por Balboa mismo. Y automáticamente está rica en ganancias, en muchas cosas. En ese tiempo había mucho oro, demasiado oro, y fue saqueada por Henry Morgan. Y al ser saqueada por Henry Morgan destruye Panamá, la capital, la destruye completamente, y también fue saqueada en el área norte por los que entraron supuestamente a robar. Pues Henry Morgan no era sino un pirata, y el pirata entró, rompió y robó, pero lo único que no pudo llevarse en Panamá fue el altar de oro. Y eso, cuando usted vaya a Panamá, búsquelo, por favor. Hay una específicamente iglesia que queda en el área cerca del casco, para el área de Santana. Automáticamente esa área, ahí lo tienen. Ese fue el altar de oro que los monjes pintaron en negro completamente el altar para que no fuera quemada la iglesia. Y eso se lo debemos a los padres franciscanos, que en ese tiempo, bueno, padres capuchinos, no sé si eran franciscanos o capuchinos, tengo que verificar eso, pero esos padres se encargaron de proteger completamente la iglesia para que él no se llevara. We're talking about the attacks that were done by Henry Morgan that destroyed Panama in 1671, and then the Admiral Vernon did the same thing in Portobelo, which is the two main settlements in Panama in the year 1739 and 1671. Henry Morgan destroyed everything. He destroyed everything. The old Panama was burned completely down. The only thing that was not burned, it was a church. And it's still you can see some of the ruins of the Panama and the ports and everything. You're able to walk those areas inside. I'm going to try to see if I can get you pictures of it, and if I can film it over there directly so you guys can see it. And then there's a specific place that it was a church called El Altar de Oro, which is the altar of gold. That was painted by the Franciscans, and I think it was Franciscans priests that were on the convent. They painted it in black. So Henry Morgan would not see that was gold, so he couldn't take anything that was in the altar. Right now, it's been polished and it's back to his regular, and it's amazing. It's beautifully, completely built in gold, completely. You have those one of the things that you want to go and see in Panama. Panama, like I said, is embracing more than 1,600 islands from the Atlantic and Pacific, and basically has a diverse site of animals that are along the site. En Panamá hay muchas diversidades de pequeñas islotes o islas que dan el color bellísimo de las tierras alrededor del istmo, y hay diferentes tipos de fauna y flores, como lo dije anteriormente, que adornan todo el istmo. Usted puede ir desde las partes altas frío y a la hora puede bajar a la playa. Así es tan bonito Panamá, de un lado a otro lo puede hacer. Se celebró en Panamá, hay también otra cosa que quiero decir, Panamá tiene varias tribus, y voy a mencionar nada más unas cuantas. La Guaymí, la Cuna y la Chocó son las principales. La Noveguré queda en el área norte con Costa Rica, y las otras quedan para el área pacífico, del área de donde hay Chocós, en el área de Darién, y los Cunas que quedan en el área de San Blas hacia arriba, el norte. Es una de las comarcas, porque ya se llaman comarcas. Comarcas es cuando básicamente son lugares específicos donde los indios viven, tribus, no sé cómo le llaman en los Estados Unidos, creo que son tribus, congregaciones donde los indios viven y se mantienen y son dados son tierras de ellos. Básicamente esas son sus tierras, son de ellos. Ellos viven ahí y mantienen la independencia de ser sus propias, mantener sus propios ideales, tienen sus propios juicios o sus propios gobiernos, sus propios presidentes o ¿cómo se llama? Líderes que trabajan directamente con el gobierno de Panamá para mantener la autonomía de cada una de esas tribus. I'm talking about the different Native American people, such as Guaymi, Cuna, and the Chocó. there's another one by the name of Nove Gouble, which is in Nove, and it's in the area that is between Costa Rica and Panama. They have their own assigned tribes and settlements. So that means those are governed by their own leaders, and those leaders report to Panama. I talk to Panama about about their governance. Those are entities, separate entities from the government of the Panamanian, Panama, and automatically they have the entire preservation of their tribes. So we have eventually 5 of them, and I have to remember the other ones, but we have 5 different type of tribes in Panama, and you can see their colorful dressings and how they develop, and the languages, 5 different languages that you can literally are able to hear when they're in the capital city. Some of them go out. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little break, and I'll come back so I can close on this, and I'll bring you more information in a couple of minutes. Voy a cerrar un poquito, voy a tomar un break para poder volver con ustedes y traemos un poquitito más de información acerca de Panamá. Muchísimas gracias. Hey, this is Jenny from Voces en Accion. We're going to talk about one of our sponsors, First Financial Bank. Are you ready to make your dreams come true in home ownership? The new affordable mortgage program at First Financial Bank can be a great option for you and your family. We're here to help you. Call 936-439-1800. Again, 936-439-1800, and discover how can we assist you. The American dream is at your reach at First Financial Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Hola, les habla Jenny de Voces en Acción. Y hoy vamos a hablar sobre uno de nuestros patrocinadores, First Financial Bank. ¿Listo para hacer realidad su sueño de comprar su propio hogar? El nuevo programa hipotecario de vivienda accesible de First Financial Bank puede ser una opción excelente para usted y su familia. Están a sus órdenes llamando al 936-439-1800. Nuevamente, el número es 936-439-1800. Y descubra cómo le pueden asistir. El sueño americano está a su alcance en First Financial Bank. Prestamista de vivienda equitativa, miembro FIDC. Volvemos nuevamente con ustedes y estamos hablando de mi precioso país, Panamá. Sir, can you put the website? I think, I'm going to go ahead and talk about now. I'm going to go back and I have to turn around a little bit so you guys can see me. Okay. Let me see if I can move this right here. As you can see, that's the Panamanian flag, and that's the capital city of Panama. If you go to Panama, that's what you're going to find when you're flying. And, it's amazing. If you go up, sir, to the visit home, click on that one. Go down. Okay. As you can see, that's the main capital. Okay. Panama, as you can see, is a little Miami. They call it the little Miami of Central America. And there's, all type of sports related, especially fishing and kayaking and surfing and things like that you can do in the Panama City. The Panama City, as you can see in the map, go ahead a little bit down. That's the map of the Panama Canal, the Panama itself. Like I told you, if you're looking at it, your left side hand is going to be Costa Rica, the country left to the left, and, your right side hand is going to be Colombia. So Panama, it looks like a F, as in Frank, facing down, okay? And automatically, it says, like I said, Panama City has a lot of, it's a highlight, nightlife. Keep going down, sir. You can go and click on it here, and you go to www.tourism Panama, and like the second picture when the lady's dressed like that, okay, she is a Choco girl. Choco, they're the women that they are naked from the head up, from the waist up. If you go to their tribes directly in Darien, you'll see them without. She's being very, very self-aware. She's a modern girl, so she dresses on her own. But usually when you go back to her house, she's not wearing none of that stuff. She only wears her bottoms. And the man does the same thing. They live in the wilderness, and they're supported by their own governments. And the own governments helps them to perform. There's doctors in this tribe. There's lawyers in this tribe. All the tribes in my country are very well educated, and believe me, make no mistakes. They may be dressed in their own costumes, but that doesn't mean that they are not educated. Some of them speak more English than me, and eventually, right now, there's a Panamanian Indian that is representing us in right now on the studying because he's becoming a NASA. He's going to be one of the ones that is working with the NASA right now. So we have a lot of educated of those Indians that have come and become what they wanted through their lives. Sir, you can look out on that one. If you can go to the one on the bottom, well, you can click in that one. Click in the one that the first one. Keep going next. That's I said, that's what you're gonna find when you go to Panama. You like the water, you're gonna see those things. Next, the other one, that's El Chorro. That's one of the attractions in Panama right there. That's a Casco Viejo, which is the areas of the renovated Spaniard colony. When Panama was hit by Henry Morgan, he destroyed everything. So it was recuperated and it was reconstructed to the original way. So right now, those areas right now have a lot of people that are residents there. Some of them have restaurants and they have nightlife, a very heavy nightlife on that area. That's a nice view of Panama from one of the areas of the rainforest that we have in the city. So you're able to go up and see that and take those pictures. That means it's amazing. People like go to the next one. They like to go scuba diving. They go, look, the beautiful way of scuba diving. You're able to see everything in the water. A lot of surfing, of course, and because we have the tidal waves and they're high tidal waves. Believe me, there's places that they're very high and I've seen them. There's a lot of animal forests. Sir, there's one in the bottom right here. That's a forest. Go in the bottom. That's that's one of the Casco Viejo houses that I renovated. Okay, you know where the whale? Right there. See, you're able to see that. That's magnificent. Those are pictures that are taken in Panama, and you're able to see how Panama preserves the fauna, the water. For us, the ecology is part of our nature. So it's part of our Indians. It's part of, the word Panama means abundance of fishes and flowers. So that's what it is. So the Indians took the name Panama because of that, and that's what it is. It stayed like that. Next, if you can go to the main one, that's one of the museums that we have. Go all the way to the top. And now I want you to click on go to the menu in the corner left. Right there. If you want to go on places to stay. Okay, there's over 400 islands, it says right here, that you can see while you're going into Panama. So if you take the pictures on there, like Bocas del Toro is an old entity that has the islands. Boquete, that's where I'm going. I'm going to go to Boquete. I have, if you can click on that one, sir. Boquete is at the north area of Chiriquí. Chiriquí is known by the high altitudes. Is the only volcano in Panama, or Volcan Barú, basically, it has never been active. Okay, people usually go and do climbing tours, and they go through the whole areas to see the weather. The weather over there goes down into, 50 at nighttime, but during the days around 60, 70s through the whole year. So there's a lot of Americans that are retiring. Keep going now, sir. Are retiring, in Boquete, and it will tell you right here the areas, and there's the restaurants, everything that you can go and see. Keep going now, sir. You can, like climbing, you can do coffee experience. Your best coffee experience, go click on that one, is in Panama. Okay, eventually, Panama specialty in that area is the coffee. The most expensive coffee in the world comes from Panama. It is quoted at $1,000 or more for the pound. That's what we're selling it on that area. You go to take the tours of the coffee, like if you're growing a winery, and they will go ahead and help you, walk through the areas and see. Every single area has a different way of seeing things. If you want to go to, like, where it says pedaciento, no, Caesar? The next one. Like, right there. If you want to go and see more like the natural reefs and the artisan, the handmade things that we do, Pedaciento no see, keep going down, sir. You're able to see those areas. You can see after the refugees. We have the biggest attraction, which is the Isla Cañas, where it has the biggest reserve of how to call turtles. So because we're trying to conserve, they're dying. There's a lot of issues with ecology, and we're killing animals. So they're trying to preserve those. Keep going down, sir. And you're able to visit that area. They will show you everything. And of course, people like to go surfing and they like to go kayaking or, things like that. You're able to do that in that place too. So if you'd like to visit us, please let us know. Anytime, you're welcome. Panama is for you, for you to enjoy, for you to be part of us, for you to become part of our environment at the same time, for you to know that there's more than the United States, and there's a lot of places that were conquered. And eventually, I have to say that if it wasn't for the United States, probably Panama would not be known. And thanks to the Lord, we have a lot of influence. And of course, if you're asking for the religion, Panama, majority is Catholicism. There are other religions. We're free on that. The economy is very strong right now. There's people moving from the United States and retiring in Panama. You're able to do that as well. So you can go into www.Panama City Tourism, and automatically it will pop all these things that I'm just showing you. I'm going to take a time now to stop. I'm going to talk more about a venue. Like I said, I was going to go. I'm flying to Panama. I'll be out for a couple of weeks. It's time for me to take my break. But at the same time, I'm going to continue working for the community while I'm there. And I'm going to bring you guys more an updated, completely view of what it is that I enjoy when I go to Panama. I'm going to try to do a live thing so you guys will enjoy that. And at the same time, for you to learn. But I'm going to reflect on all this time that I have been out and I'm working with the community. I joined the Junior League of the Woodlands, and I'm actively a member with them. And I have been working to make sure that Voces en Acción is known, and that we're able to understand what is the main core of Voces en Acción. Voces en Acción is to educate and to serve. Those two things are mainly the issue of what I'm having, and I created Voces en Acción along with Lone Star Community Radio. Lone Star Community Radio is my house, and I have the doors open because of Dick Sisler, his owner and president. He has been, as a nonprofit, giving me the opportunity of talking to y'all in regards to a lot of issues that we bring so the Hispanic community can relate to and learn and understand and assimilate while they're crossing the border. As we know, we have a cross-border issue that is hopefully one day going to be resolved. Right now, it's a turmoil, and this year is a year of elections. We will present some of the candidates because some of the candidates have requested to talk on the radio. So you're going to be seeing through the next couple of weeks some of the candidates online, and they're going to try to make sure that you understand their platform and you visit them and make a choice. Like I said, we're to educate, we're not to impose. Voces en Acción has nothing or no type with no type of relationship of any of the parties or any of the people that are running for any specific of the positions. I'm only here to give you the information so you will be able to understand and make the right choice. And if you want changes, you can make them. The other thing is that Voces en Acción has been here for almost a year, 2 years and a couple of months already. And we're trying to make sure that changes are done within the programming of Voces en Acción. I'm being more flexible on my shows and the ways I'm taping them. I'm doing activities with the community outside. We're gonna start in May again our empowerment sessions for the familia empoderación de familia. We're gonna start them on May, and we're gonna go ahead and continue. I said working on a lot of leads and guests. Like I said, anytime that you have a guest that you know that it may be beneficial for the Hispanic community, please contact us. I have given my number several times, 832-732-4744, for the audience, for you guys to go ahead and give me a call and say, well, Jenny, you know something, I need you should bring this person, and there's the contact. I will be able to talk to the person and bring them to the show so that person can give me the view in regards to what is it that he or she is able to provide, and at the same time guide us on the tools so the Hispanic community and the community itself of Montgomery will be educated. Voces en Acción lives on donations and is sustained by donations. The same thing with Lone Star Community Radio. If you're interested in donating, please, the only thing you need to go is to irlonestar.com/B as in Victor EA, again, IRL, oh my God, I'm dyslexic today, Lone Star. Well, you guys can figure it out. irlonestar.com, /BEA. I'm dyslexic right now. And you can go ahead and hit the button, donate, and any contribution that you're able to give us, it will be kindly appreciated. Eventually, like I said, we're nonprofit, so at the end of the year, we're able to give you a receipt, and you're able to do that as a part of your contributions and taxes. The same thing with if you like to become part of our sponsors, like I do with First Financial Bank, and I'm very honored that First Financial Bank is trusting me with the work that I'm doing. And I would like to see that you guys would love to have your businesses, as part of the community, and the community will know more about what you're doing. You can contact us, again, 832-732-4744, or you can talk to Mr. Dick Sisler and Lone Star Community Radio. On the website, you're able to go to irlonestar.com, and automatically you'll see the connections and the phone number, and you tell them, something, I would like to be part of the support, or you can go into the webpage itself, and you see Voces en Acción, click on it, and you want to press that button that says, sponsor. You will get all the details directly from Dick. I am happy to say that everything that I have done during the last 2 years and months has been for the community, towards the improvement of the community, and for the education of everybody in the community. I'm here to serve the community, and I'm not going to go anywhere. And I'm continuously going to continue bringing the more updated information for you guys to understand that there's other things than just listening to music on a radio show. There's a lot of community services that are being done. A lot of our shows that Lone Star Community Radio does are educational. You need to please go in and listen to the shows, not only to mine. You can go to, the Conroe Culture and, so many of them. But at the same time, it is for you to give us the blessing of your donations. I will appreciate if you can help us. I will appreciate if you can donate, or if you want to become a sponsor. That'll be up to us for us to continue giving you the information that we're providing. Nuevamente me comunico con ustedes como Voces en Acción. Como le digo, somos una compañía que es fuera de lucros, junto con la estación de radio Lone Star Community, y que necesitamos de su apoyo y sus donaciones. Si usted quiere donar, por favor, comuníquese con nosotros mediante irlonestar.com, línea travesal B de Víctor EA, y automáticamente puede presionar en el botón que dice donación y donar lo que usted quiera. También si quiere que nosotros, si usted quiere ser un sponsor del show, lo puede hacer mediante el mismo proceso y presionar donde dice sponsorship, y se comunicarían con ustedes para saber qué tipo de sponsorship que quiere y cómo podríamos ayudarle. Voces en Acción está aquí cada día para desarrollarse y desarrollar programas educacionales y de educación personal, educación, todo tipo de educación, tanto literaria como geográfica, como lo que sea, todo tipo. Y si usted tiene una persona que puede proveer un tipo de educación a la comunidad hispana y llenarnos de su sapiencia, por favor comuníquese con nosotros al 832-732-4744, 832-4744 es el número de teléfono de nosotros, 832-732-4744, para que podamos hablar directamente y sepamos cómo podemos asistirle. Le doy nuevamente las gracias por tenerme en el show hoy día, por poder estar con nosotros. Volveré pronto de Panamá y estaremos viéndonos de por allá. Muchísimas gracias y que tengan muy buenas tardes. Thank you for seeing us and we'll see you in our next show. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Esto fue Voces en Acción, el programa comunitario que informa a nuestra comunidad latina. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. Voices in Action, the truth in action. Hasta nuestra próxima edición.